As the sun rays tiptoed their way through the window cracks of Maria's bedroom, she opened her dark brown eyes to the light of a new day. As she sat on the top of her bunk bed, combing her long curly hair, she thought about the long hectic day that was ahead of her. The only thing different from her ordinary routine was that there was a massive hurricane that was about to approach Belize and destroy her village of San Jose Socots. Mrs. Renata was a hard-working woman who had to work on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at Mr. and Mrs. Smith's three-story house in Benke as a cleaning lady. So whenever she had to work, Maria had to make breakfast and supper for her siblings. Mrs. Renata, Maria's mom, was boarding up the windows but had a difficult time doing so because she wasn't used to doing a man's work around the house. Her husband, Mr. Felipe, would always do the handiwork in the house, but he tragically passed away in a car accident just months before Mrs. Renata gave birth to her sixth and final child.
Morning, Miss Elena.
Morning, Miss Ren. What do you think about this hurricane?
Hi, girl, I just have to go buy me things yet and I just hope my Lee house will stand it.
I hope this guy never could hold on my chicken.
Anyways, Miss Elena, I'm going to finish board up my windows.
Okay, Miss Ren, te cuidas.
Mar, call in your brother then. It's time for come inside. Okay, Ma.
Hey, mommy, the call on her for come inside.
If I don't want what? Huh?
I want to bring you for make her come inside. This one done. Next one.
Okay. How much are you left?
Only one.
Déjame pelear.
Pass me on tortilla.
They only have one more.
I want
No, I want it, mama.
The baby then is sleep.
Oh, man.
Maria just cut it in a half and give him. Ha.
Que el ahora huracán se desplaza al oeste-noreste a 24 kilómetros por hora, con vientos máximos de 130 kilómetros por hora aproximadamente aquí.
It was about 7 o'clock in the night when Miss Renata asked Maria to help her unload some of the groceries that she struggled to buy onto the table.
Come help me in the kitchen.
Okay.
Then you think we house gonna survive the night?
Man, no stress yourself. We could only hope for the best. I'm going, huh?
Okay.
At 8 o'clock, Maria went into her room after a nice cold bath. She laid back on the bunk in the room that she shared with her little sister, Carmen. She slowly closed her eyes second after second, and she fell asleep. However, she wasn't prepared for what would come next.
Maria, uno stay here. Right now, come back. Me escucha.
Okay, mommy.
Don't worry, everything will be okay. Make I go check. Miss Renata, please help
I
me.
just me and Miss Elena come in my house. Hurry. Miss Elena, you need anything? Maybe some tea?
Yes, please.
Thanks, ma'am. I tell me so make it cut down the mango tree, but no listen to me, no pay me no mind.
Hi, Miss Elena. No know what to tell you, girl.
Thanks.
Welcome.
Maria's emotions were all over the place. She wanted to cry so badly because of how terrifying the sound of the wind made when it circulated the house. There was a loud noise that came from outside their room. Maria peeped through the window and had noticed that half of Mrs. Rita's roof was missing. Luckily, she wasn't home. Maria got up to drink some water and made her way to the kitchen when she fell and hit her back hard on the floor.
Miss Renata, please come out. Your daughter dropped.
Hey, my goodness. Miss Elena, please help me clean this mess.
Yes, girl.
I take the water, they come from the roof.
You should me fix that long time.
I know, girl.
After Miss Renata and Miss Elena cleaned up the mess, they went back to sleep. Maria closed her eyes and they did not see light till sunrise. Maria's alarm went off because she had forgotten to turn it off since they didn't have school that morning. Miss Renata opened the door and quickly came into disbelief to realize that the hurricane stole the steps on her veranda. The street was no longer there, as if it was stolen by the water overflowing from the drains. The neighbors were outside, breathing in the reality of how Hurricane Michelle came like a thief in the night and stole everything. The only thing that was left behind were the terrified victims that were left to mourn the loss of their homes and loved ones that were hurt. Maria felt remorse and pity for the large amount of people that were affected by the disastrous event. However, she realized how grateful she was to have survived and how her little board house was able to outlive throughout the night.
Thank God the house never broke up.
I know, ma. Did you, ma?
Go!
Mark, call in your brother then. The time for come inside.
Okay, ma. Julian.
What's going on, Turkey?
Don't have one more.
I want
No, I really want it, Mama.
The baby then is sleep.
Oh, man.
Maria just got... I'm not saying no, no.
Go.
Thank God the house never broke up.
Maria just cut it in a half and hid it.